So that's diverse. I'm having class with someone who just got out of jail. That's diversity. I'm having class with someone who just came from Morocco. I'm having class with someone who doesn't really know how to speak English well, and he's talking to me in Spanish, and I'm talking to him in English. Like, that is diversity. That is culture. That is like an aesthetic that's not here. Here, the closest to it is me finding out, oh, this person I thought was white the whole time was really Spanish, and I'm finding out over a bottle of booze on a Friday. Like, if that's the case, I feel like we should embrace and encourage our identity on the regular, not just because it's the topic we're using it to like validate an argument. I feel like it should be something that should be paraded just as the slogan of the school is. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we're here. You have to write an essay on diversity, right? So where is it? You know, like, it's only in our essays, it's hidden away in our like profiles underneath our names and what, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like we had Diversity Club last year and I was really passionate about that. And I miss it. I wish Diversity Club was still going on.
There's still a committee, but I don't know when they meet.
Well, I haven't heard about it. Like, last year, that's when I heard about it. And it's like, I came to the school saying I wanted to do something. And when I saw that email, it was like, this is a sign, like, I must get on it. And I was really happy when the president told me that a bunch of other students were very eager to, like, express themselves. And I was happy to see a group of diverse faces, names, hair color, eyes, and, like, even thoughts. And majors as well. And I think it's interesting because everyone's major definitely contributes to this like pot at the same time. So it's just like you have all like everyone just there and it was just so great, but then it was just like the issue of just like tension of not understanding each other and or not being on the same page. And I also kind of feel like race had an issue to do with it. Like, you know, if I'm saying, well, I'm a freshman and or transfer or whatever, and I don't read the indie. Not to be racist or anything, but I have not seen one damn black person read the indie or Hispanic one. Everyone I've seen pick up the indie has been students who've been here for a long time. Their friends work for the indie. They contribute to the indie. They do something that's in like that art student co-op little world. And I see the indie and I keep it moving. And I walk past every day when I go to the hub. I see it on the floor. That's nice. Like the only time I read the indie, I think it was when the Naked issue came out because that was like the most controversial thing on campus. So it was just like. That's interesting because it's like, well, how do you advertise and how do you get the attention of students who aren't white and aren't indie rock or alternative or hipster? You know what I mean? Why can't there be an initiative or something that like the indie or like contribute to a different crowd? But then if we do that, our students going to be offended. You know, like, why is it that it has to be divided based on like how you perceive yourself by like race and style and identity, and one that is not like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's kind of like you want to do, but you can't because then this can happen. Or it might be perceived wrongly, you know? And then like, if that's the case, then we need to be on top of our shit just as much as they are. But where do we go? How do we gather ourselves? And I think that's interesting because, shoot, I just started hanging out with more black people this year, and I've been here for 2 years now. You know what I mean? Like, why are we so divided? So I think diversity is why we're all here, because that's something that we want. But I don't know. It's a matter of a question of, is that what we're getting? Is that what we're taking away from our 4 to 6 years being here, or even less of students who decide to leave? Like, are we really being exposed to the possibilities of the future of boundless entities? Like, you know, like, what's good? We don't know. You know, like, it's weird. I don't know. It's just like it's just like so many thoughts and just so much is just like it's not diverse. Like that's all I can say. Like all of that stuff that I think the website and the catalog and like I guess kind of like my assumptions and accusations of purchase definitely went out the window like the first couple of weeks. Like besides being happy, like I'm finally like dorming, I'm off campus, I'm in an actual SUNY college. Like yeah, great. But then it was just like reality was. I'm damn sure going to be the only black girl in my class. That happened probably like in one class my first semester. There was probably 2, 3 other girls who were African American or West Indian or whatever the case may be. But point blank, skin matched mine. Hispanics, there was definitely more of them than us. There was probably like 5 or 6 in that class. Everyone else was whatever, white, Spanish. And it's just weird. Looking at me just like, how that went down, and it kind of like also like kind of weird because it's like I feel like all of us sat on like the back right side, and everyone was just like scattered amongst us, and it's like anytime I spoke, it was just like, oh, it was like, yes, I have something to say, like, hello, how are you guys doing? And it's just interesting. So like now I sit in the front of the class because just like you're gonna see my black ass, like what up? So diversity is bullshit at this school. Point blank. I guess that's the point of my story, and I think the only thing that we have to diverse is the way we think. But in terms of like actually seeing it with our eyes, no. And I don't know if that's problematic or not. You know, and I don't know what the resolution is or what it can do. All I can say is I know the impact it will have on us. Now, if we don't notice it or don't think about it or don't even get asked about it, like it definitely does impact us. But I think it's a matter of who and why and how.
What was your experience in the diversity committee last year? Like, what did it actually get done?
What did it get done?
What
got done?
What was accomplished from that committee?
I don't even know. I don't know.
Diversity don't work here.
I don't know. It was weird because me personally, my beef with the club was, I guess, like in terms of like, I don't want to say like, I guess a judicial point of view, like, how did you become president? Then I found that out. I was like, all right, cool. Then it was just like, how do you two become the cone of vice or whatever? And you guys are white females who've been at the school and you're involved in everything, whatever. Like you're in there. You're part of that like purchasing of just like, oh, you want to start a club, talk to so-and-so. Oh, you need this, talk to so-and-so. Oh yeah, just email her, she'll print. Like that's how involved they were. And I can see that as an advantage. But it was a disadvantage because it's just like you have all these other students below you that are willing to contribute and it's just kind of like, nope, it's not going to rock. It's not going to go through. It's not going to, or it's like, I think this and this and this should be done. What do you think? No, why? You know what I mean? Like, what's separating your decision from my decision? I'm not going to pull the race card as number one, but is it because I'm lower than you in rank? Is it because is it like a hierarchy or something? Or is it because simply you just know what you're talking about? But at least don't throw my thought and my opinion out the window as if it's trash. You know what I mean? Be respectful. And any club is going to have some kind of like conflict in terms of like thought and expression, but that's the whole point of diversity. I guess this is my point. Like you're going to hear different opinions and thoughts that you will and will not agree with, but you have to come to some kind of mutual understanding or balance where everyone's happy. And that way you will unite. So diversity can lead to being unified, but it's just a matter of the individual being willing to an understanding and being vulnerable enough for it. And that was the issue I feel like with that club. Like a lot of us were motivated and determined to like get stuff done. Like I was like, yo, if you need bands, I got people. You want to do pictures? I got people. You want me to go out there? Like we were trying to figure out ways to reach out to all different groups of students. Like not every student here is vocal or opinionated or blunt or outgoing or courageous. There's a lot of students who are very hindered and sheltered that are new to campus, aren't used to being around so many people that they don't know, probably homesick. There's a lot of nerds, there's a lot of geeks, there's a lot of hipsters, there's a lot of cokeheads, there's a lot of heroin addicts, there's a lot of alkies, there's a lot of artists, drummers, the list goes on. How are we going to advertise to all of them if this is what we're talking about, diverse? There's a diverse stream of like all these different groups of people. How are we going to contact them? The fucking indie? No. The student? Okay, yeah, maybe, if there's any event and stuff. But will they feel comfortable with you, co-president of Diversity Club, rolling up to them and talking to them about let's get this and this and that? I don't know. So we need to change that by being diverse, no? That's my point. So it's just like, I don't know, it's a tough situation, but it's just like, that's what I think fell apart. I think slowly, like it was a domino effect, like numbers went from like so many people to we didn't even have seats, and it was just like, we all left like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Then it just dropped and dropped and dropped until it was like fucking 5 of us. And then it could also just be because of school, you know, beginning semester, your schedule's not as chaotic. You get homework, then you meet people, you socialize, you have other priorities, you don't forget about that, you feel like that's unnecessary. But if you grab everyone's attention from day one and be consistent, you got it. But it wasn't consistent either. So at the end of the damn near almost at the end of the semester, before even that, we had like 6 people. That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's really horrible. And I think it just goes to show, like, I guess, kind of like my theory and my perception. Like, you kind of got to grab people and be motivational and just kind of be positive and just like, I think just as interesting how that group of people who struck people's chords and nerves and said stuff that was uncomfortable, unsettling, or discouraging. Look what it did. So much for diverse thoughts, right? And this is what we're in school for. So we are ready to go into the new world that goes beyond the fucking brick walls of this school. And we can't even get to long together in a room for an hour. How are we going to survive in the world? I don't know. And that's kind of like the crazy part, because reality hits you every second when you step off campus. And I think that's part of the issue too. This is like a little bubble fantasy world of, I don't want to say perfection, but kind of. It's like a little sci-fi mini episode on this campus. You know, it's just like everyone's in their own world. You can walk around barefoot. You can wear fur from head to toe and go to class. You can smoke an e-cigarette in the hub. But when we get out off the bus and we land in Westchester, White Plains, there's a world. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's interesting. It's just like, wow. Like, I feel like we're being trained in some weird way. But subconsciously, not intentionally, but it just happens. And we all are aware of it, but no one discusses it. No one identifies it. We question it. What's the answer? I don't even know.